Am I audible? Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Yes, sir,
very
you
good.
are audible.
Thank you very much. Yeah, even some of the students have not joined yet. Today lab is there, and of course, already I announced in the previous lecture in the at the beginning that student must be present during the lab because they should not miss their activities or assignment, as it is really helpful for your assessment. It has a marks essay, and you must try to understand and try to submit it during the due date or before the due date. This is expected from all of you, is it? Just before 5 to 10 minutes, I shared the lecture plan with you. Please just check your Google Classroom. It is available there. Might be some of the people they have checked it, they have gone through that, is it? And of course, in the previous lecture, I explained to people what is the syllabus for syllabus and just highlighted the syllabus how it is really helpful for you people. Yeah, this lecture plan which I have shared on your Google Classroom. Today in lab, we have a writing resume or resume writing, is it? But before that, before starting this new topic, resume writing, no doubt that most of the people they are familiar with resume writing, and maybe some of the people they have done the internships, even maybe at present also some of the people they are working because we are grown up people. Postgraduate people means mostly. It is my own experience that most of the people sometimes they do the job and continue with their studies also at the same time. Is it? Yeah. How many of you are working, please? No one is working. Yeah, Levinson.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are working.
Yes.
Okay, okay, good, very good. Yeah. Okay, fine. Thank you very much for sharing. And of course, no doubt that, of course, at your graduation level, might be this topic has been covered, is it? But of course, we will check it once again. Of course, is there any update in the resume writing or in drafting resume writing? That's we have to check it, is it? And try to update according to the needs or requirement of the organization. And therefore, every time we must need to update our resume, is it? Because we have to compete with other people. Just carrying the conventional drafting our resume, which is not really suitable for the job, and of course which will not help us to get selection, or which will not help us for getting the job, is it? Therefore, we must be updated with our resume as well as with our current affairs knowledge, everything, is it? And before starting or before explaining this topic, just I wanted to ask you people, what is exactly resume? Yeah, anyone please, just give me, just I wanted answer. I'm expecting answer from you people. What is resume?
I guess resume is a document that states all your qualifications that are necessary to state for that job.
Okay, okay. Very good, Vaishnav. Thank you very much. Anyone else? Other people? Yeah, try to give an answer, please. Try to give an answer.
Uh,
Try to, yeah, please.
it represents the person, its skills,
Hmm?
education, and overall, who is he according to the resume.
Okay, 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 okay. Fine. Thank you, Sampad. Yeah, anyone else?
Resume use insights about a person which are important for the company or the recruiter.
Okay, which are really important for the recruiter. Okay, fine, or company. Very good. Yes, please. Say something immediately, please. Whatever thoughts or whatever ideas are with you people, whatever knowledge is there about the resume, please just share. Nothing will happen. but try to be a part of lecture. Just staying calm and quiet in during lab hour, this is not good. Yeah, anyone please. What happening? Yeah, so many people are there in the class. Why I'm asking this question to people? Yes, I wanted to cross check it. Are you really familiar with this concept or not? Is it? If you are not familiar, then I have to go through the basic level. What is exactly resume? What is exactly CV? What is biodata? Am I right? And if there is a question in your examination, please define a resume. And how you are going to write? Are you going to write an abstract idea? There should not be an abstract idea. Try to find out any reference while giving an answer. Is it? And it is required. See, three concepts are very important. Number one, resume. Next, CV, which is known as curriculum vitae. And the third one is biodata. Is there anyone who can differentiate these three concepts? How they are differentiated from each other? Anyone, please? It's a difficult question.
Sir, CV is something which shows your entire history or whatever you have done or learned in the past, like academic perspective. And resume is something which is relevant only for the specific job or the post that we are applying to.
Very good, very good. Excellent. Really happy. Yeah, anyone else, please?
Hello, sir.
Yes, please. Please.
Yeah,
Kiran.
sir. CV can be more than one or two pages, where it will go very descriptive document about that person's career and experience. It will show on the CV. In case of resume, it is a kind of summary of that person's skills and overall experience. It is a short
Good.
summary that could be one page.
Very good, Kiran. Thank you very much.
Sir,
Yes, please, Akash.
sir, according to me, a CV, that is curriculum vitae, that includes everything about what we have done in our academics, and like it can include our hobbies, it can include where we excelled in sports, cultural, everything. Whereas resume is something that you prepare for a designated post or a job.
Okay. Good. Good. Very good, Akash. Thank you very much. You are done, all of you? Other people, they don't have any idea or the same answer is there. Okay, fine. Yeah, most of the people, they have given really just up to, yeah, about correct answer, or we can say, yeah, the perfect answer also we can say. Just see please in resume writing, curriculum vitae and biodata. These three concepts are there in which someone said that resume is maybe structure wise, maybe it is for one or it is there, maybe it is there in one or two pages, am I right? Whereas curriculum vitae is there for 2 to 3 pages, or maybe more than that. Yeah, as per the ability, as per the uh, potentials or the skills of that particular candidate, is it? It doesn't mean that there is no skills, potentials in resume. It is there. But just see, please, apart from that, what the candidate has been achieved, what is his experience, he can also or she can also mention in the curriculum vitae. Is it? Or the detailed description of the candidate, is it? Which is there in curriculum vitae. Detailed means no doubt about your experience, about your curriculum, about your educational qualification, about your extracurricular activities, additional improvement, additional program, with additional courses which you have conducted apart from your academic, as I internship, everything is in detail. Whereas in curriculum vitae, you have to cover within 1 or 2 pages, in which, of course, your educational qualification details are required. And of course, it is, of course, no doubt, it is a specific one, as I, and you have to just cover within that. Of course, I'm going to explain people in detail, step by step, and how to draft it. If it means how to draft it really well, or the best one. And of course, the assignment will be given to people based on the same. And one more thing is there about biodata. Biodata, personal things are there actually. Yeah, the biodata, see the words actually, the concept of biodata, is it? In which the personal details are there, in which the, of course, your biography means your date of birth, your name, gender, everything is there. At the same time, your category, nationality, everything is there, which is there prepared for the government job, understood specially. These are the three concepts, and you must be familiar, because what happened, maybe the questions will not be there based on that, because in panel they will not ask you what is your what is differentiate between resume, curriculum vitae, or biodata. But you must be familiar what is exactly what are these concepts. Is it sometimes don't know what type of the questions will be there, and you must know to how to draft it. Got it? And there, therefore, you must be familiar with all these three concepts. Got it? And of course, we will discuss one by one. If you have a doubt, any queries, you can ask me later on. And of course, I'll share the even PowerPoint presentation with the people after the session. Is it visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. See, it is given here in heading and contact details. How to draft the resume at the beginning. The heading and contact details are really essential, or very important. And what will be the heading of your resume? Yeah, most of the people generally they write biodata, resume, sometimes curriculum vitae. Means such heading is there. Your heading will be your name in a proper font, as it should be visible properly. As example is shown to people here, Sriram Patil, as I, and of course in heading and contact details, of course after that your address should be there. We just go through that address, how it has been drafted or written, as it in resume writing. Of course, the sample copy will be shared to people, but I'm going to explain to people one by one what are the things, what are the concepts which are really consistent in or included in resume writing. The first one is here heading. Is it just see please here you can write your address in detail, then of course your contact and your email ID. One more thing, try to draft your email ID professional one. Most of the people like here, of course your name and last name should be there. Got it? This is the generally professional one, but most of the people they write in between something different, name is there different. I'll show some examples are also there, people how they draft their email, and which doesn't look good also, which looks and awkward, understood. Therefore, of course, easily from your name, your email ID can be rectified. Got it? And like this way, you have to draft. Got it? Heading and contact details. A resume is a personal. It's about what you have achieved. What would you copy another person's and replace few words and basic details? Yeah, these are an opinion. These are an opinions of HR people. Mira Nair is one of the HR manager, and she has shared such details. Or this is her quotation, or this is her own experience. Of course, no doubt, a resume is a personal. It's about you people, what you have achieved. Is it? It's about your potential. It's about your qualities. Got it? But many people, what they do, they replace the words from, yeah, well, suppose I said sample copy. Many of the people, they will try to replace, or maybe they will try to keep as it is and will remove some words, and will, addition and deleting will be there. But this should not be happen. It is better draft your own resume with your proper potentials which you possess instead copy pasting from someone else. Why I'm just talking to people, why it is necessary. For example, if you are appearing in the interview, if you are going in the panel room, that time, of course, suppose lady candidate is there, yeah, she went in the panel room, and of course she came out after having her interview, and the second gents candidate is there, and he has copy pasted the resume from that lady candidate. And of course, while drafting, many of the words are as usual or as it is in his resume. Even hobbies are also not changed. And of course, no doubt that you people are familiar with that. Most of the ladies or the girls or the women are, means of course their hobbies are of course like watching television and all this thing. It doesn't mean that gents they won't watch television, is it? But watching television, serials, and all these things, right? And of course, the next candidate, the candidate, he asked to that lady, yeah, what were the questions in the interview? Of course, the lady has said about hobbies, and of course, generally the candidate they asked, what was your answer? Yeah, watching television, watching serials, like so many. She mentioned the serials name, and the same questions were means. Of course, sometimes some questions are the same for candidates. And the next gents candidates ask the question, yeah, what are your hobbies? Watching television. What do you watch generally in day to day? Watching serials. And of course, the gents candidate mentioned the same answer, which is really irrelevant, which he doesn't possess such hobby. Got it? And of course, he will be rejected. He will be denied easily. Just see, please, HR people are really prompt people. With the help of your resume, they will find out what kind of person is, what type of person is this, what type of candidate is this. Got it? And according to that, they will ask the question. Sometimes you mention all the details in your resume, but they will not ask the question about your resume because already you have just drafted or you placed everything in that resume which you possess, and they will find out the different questions, applied questions sometimes, logical questions sometimes, and they will cross verify. Got it? These are the things which are really essential. Therefore, it is better try to avoid copy pasting of other person's resume or draft wording. Therefore, try to write your own resume. Maybe you can refer various types of samples resume, is it? But don't use the same language, same words, is it, or the same hobbies which I just told you people of what will happen, is it? It doesn't look good. Next, of course, after after heading and contact details, your sample objective is there. Yeah, this is a general information which I added, is it? Then sample objective means career objective. This is really important. Here also most of the people they copy paste from the other candidate. Generally, this happens many times. This is my own experience when I conducted mock interviews. When I was checking the resume of the people, almost most of the people they copy paste this career objective, the wordings, and that's true. But they never show their own innovative ideas, their own creativity, is it? And that is required. Yeah, and of course they copy paste as it is, and this is not expected. Here, sample objective is given to obtain position as an engineer or related position, to seek the position of IT administrator. You see the wording at the XYZ corporation, where I can utilize my excellent technical skills and team, just see technical skills and team leadership skills in an organization that provides a good work environment and career growth. This is the way of writing or drafting your career objective. The second point is their career objective. Generally, what happens while drafting your resume or this career objective, here what you will do, just better. Let me just show you the things which here. Don't write an over the top objective. Just keep in your mind, please, why I'm just mentioning these things. This is very important. Over means don't bombard a lot of things unnecessary. And of course, if you possess, that's fine. But bombarding is not good, right? Which creates sometimes a bad impression. Is it? Therefore, it's better make it simple. Got it? Write the position you are interested in, the skills you have, the experience you can bring to it, and the environment in which you wish to work. Don't bluff, lie at your own risk. Means already I told you people, if you are bombarding the unnecessary things, that's it. It means that you are lying. And if you are lying, it is your own risk. Got it? Therefore, use phrases like, I would like an acknowledgement of my skills. If you cannot think of something dynamic, then don't write any objective at all. As I told you people, if you are bombarding unnecessary creativity, this is not good. Got it? It means that sometimes many people, already I told you people, copy pasting is not good. And of course, there is a question, 100% there is a question in interview. What are your objectives of your career? What are your career objectives? What is your career objective? Such type of questions are there. That's it. And that time it will be cross-verified. Therefore, make it simple. Got it? Yeah, these are some of the examples which will help people. Language help to seek an opportunity, seeking an opportunity to obtain a position as to enhance my professional skills, to apply my strong theoretical knowledge. Like this, you can just, these are the phrases which will help you to draft your career objectives. To work in a challenging environment, in a dynamic and stable organization, an organization that offers opportunities for professional growth, thereby contributing to the progress of the organization, that provides opportunities for growth and career advancement. These are the things which are really helpful for you people to draft your career objective. The main number one point, heading and contact details. Number second, here your career objective. Will you draft your career objectives right now? You understood how to draft your career objective? Am I audible? Yeah, it's necessary. It's necessary. Just see, even I told you people, if you are not good, then forget it. Got it? Don't write it. But writing career objective which represent, which indicates your motto of career, your motto of your toward the job. Got it? Your sincerity toward the job means, and even within that career objective, the panelist people easily find out whatever the people is it? Therefore, it is good to write career objective. Got it? Yeah, of course. Just see, potential will remain the same. Only the requirement, whatever the requirements are there of the job, according to that, you can draft it. Got it? Now, all of you, please take a piece of paper, write your heading, contact details, and draft your career objective. Yeah, 5 minutes will be given to people, please. 5 minutes is enough. Five minutes is enough. Just please, your response is important. Okay, fine. I'll consider that. 5 minutes is enough. Yeah, please. Vaishnav, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please. 5 minutes is there for you people. Please draft and just, of course, I'll ask you. Yeah, let me know after completing your career objective. Please draft. Once you have done with your career objective, please let me know. Just drop the message in chat box.
Hello, sir.
Yes, tell me please.
Sir, can you show us a few samples so we can
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, might be you are familiar with this thing, heading and contact. Am I right? There is no need.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, career objective. This is the sample copy. Even take this snapshot. This one is there. If you have done, just let me know, please. Perfect. Yes. Yes, please just read your objective. Yeah, good, Aaron.
My objective is to obtain a position as software developer in a reputable organization while also getting the opportunity to learn under experts and enhance my skills and knowledge.
Good, good, very good, very good. Okay, Aaron.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please read.
I've written seeking a beginner role to enhance and explore my technical knowledge gained at Mumbai University in the last 3 years. And then I've written that I hold a BSc degree from the college and I'm currently pursuing MCA.
Okay, no. Don't mention the qualification career objective.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, good. Well attended. Abhijit.
To work, sir, my career objective is to work in an organization that provides opportunities and career growth as a web developer.
Okay, fine. Just see here, add your own potential skills also at the same time. Let's say work environment you have mentioned, got it? But potential
Okay,
is
sir.
also important. Skill is also very important. Okay, next, Aditya.
Hello. So my career objective is to showcase my skills in a creative and effective manner in a challenging position for the purpose driven organization.
Okay, okay, fine, good, good. Yes, next, Alaksha. Alaksh, yeah, Alaksh Kamble is there. Are you there? Okay, fine. Next, Ananya. Ananya,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
My objective is to obtain an entry level position in an organization that offers a professional growth where I can show my technical and professional skills.
Here I can show my technical
Show
and
my technical
professional
and professional skills.
for the growth of an organization. Very good. Yeah. Aniket.
Yes, sir. My career objective is to do a challenging task each and every day, which is beneficial for industry. Waiting for an opportunity which helps to enhance my professional skills. I always try to be a good leader, so the industry will be a stable and fulfill customers' need. Thank you.
Okay, okay, fine, Aniket. Just see, you have mentioned that every day, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, instead just highlighting on every day, it's better just mention for the growth of an organization where I can utilize my potentials or qualities or skills. Understood? That you can mention.
Yes,
Good.
sir.
Ankita.
Yes, sir. My objective is to work with full potential regardless of the time constraint so as to fulfill maximum company requirements. I want an opportunity to explore myself in guidance of experts and benefit the organization in all ways possible. Thank you, sir.
Oh, okay, okay, fine. Good, good, very good. Arun.
Sir, it's Raman.
Yes, Arun.
Sir, it's Raman, not Arun.
Acha, sorry, Arun Raman. Am I right?
Sir, Raman Arun.
Okay, okay, sorry, Raman.
Okay. Sir, my career objective is to obtain a position as a programmer analyst, seeking for an entry-level position as Unix HP and UX administrator that allow me to show my ability to learn on the job.
Okay, okay, very good, very good. Ashutosh.
So my objective is to work in an organization which enhances my professional and technical skills, along with providing me an opportunity to contribute to the organization's growth.
Okay, okay, good, very good. Atharv.
Hello, sir. My career objective is to seek an opportunity to obtain a position as a software developer in a dynamic and stable organization to enhance my technical as well as professional skills.
Okay, okay, very good, very good. Yeah, next, Atharv, you have joined twice? Atharv,
So actually, I'm using my phone as a microphone.
Okay, 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 fine, fine. Yeah, Bharat Agrawal.
Yes, sir. My objective is to obtain a good job in a multinational company and apply my technical skills to resolve the problems and challenges associated with working in a workplace environment and to become an honest and credible team member.
Okay, okay, very good, Bharat. Bhavika.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
So my career objective is to construct my career as a respective team member of a professional organization, contributing to its progress by using knowledge and work experience.
Okay, okay, fine. The simple one. Good. Chintamani.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So my objective is to seeking to use the proven skills in JavaScript and project management to meet business needs of XYZ company and personal growth, and to work in an organization which provides me good opportunities to enhance my skills. That's it.
Okay, okay, fine, good. Gitesh.
Yes, sir. So my career objective is to secure a good position in an organization having a good reputation where I can use my technical skills to the upliftment of the organization.
Very
Thank
good,
you.
very good. Very good. Kanad.
My career objective is to work for ABC organization whose work environment and competitive culture resonates with my personal motto. As an IT admin, I could learn new skills and showcase my expertise for greater good of the organization.
Very good. Very good. Kiran.
Yes, sir. My career objective is to approach the challenging position in cloud domain where I can utilize my technical and managerial skills and enhance it under experts to meet the personal and organizational targets.
Okay, okay, good, very good. Yeah, next, Levinson.
Sir, my career objective is to work as a developer building good looking and intuitive user experiences and utilize problem solving and critical thinking whilst gaining valuable experience.
Okay, okay, fine, good, very good.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
My career objective is that I would like to join your esteemed organization, wherein I would like to put to use all my skills for the growth of your organization and achieving its goals.
Okay, okay, fine, good. Well attempted. Matin.
Yes, sir. My career objective is to obtain a position as a data scientist in reputed organization and to implement my knowledge in practical world, thereby making personal and organizational growth.
Very good, very good. Megha.
Yes, sir. My objective is to work in a creative and challenging environment using cutting edge technology where I could constantly learn and successfully deliver solutions to problems. That's
Okay, 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 fine, good, very good. Mohit.
So my objective is to pursue a career in software development in a product-based company where I can apply my knowledge, skills, and work closely with a team of highly skilled professionals and acquire new knowledge to build a successful future.
Okay, okay, good, very good. Yeah, Kazi. Muzammil Kazi.
So my objective is to secure a position of a cybersecurity advisor in an organization and give my 100% and while learning something new at it.
Very good, very good. Yeah, so one more Kazi is there, am I right?
Yes, sir, Muzna.
Okay, okay, Muzna Kazi, fine.
Sir, one sec. So my career objective is to ensure productive work outcome for the organization and to ensure a curious mindset and to help organizational and professional growth.
Very good, fine. Omkar.
My career objective is to be capable of using my skills for the betterment of the organization and to be an excellent team player with abilities to communicate effectively. And I'm looking forward to work in a competitive environment that enhances my learning.
Okay, fine, good. Next, Omkar. Okay, sorry, Piyush.
Piyushi, sir.
Yeah, Piyushi, sorry.
My career objective is to obtain a position as a software engineer in a reputable organization that offers opportunities and a work environment where I can utilize my coding and leadership skills for my career growth.
Okay, fine, good. Were you absent in the previous lecture?
No, sir.
Piyushi? Okay, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pramay?
Yes, sir. My career objective is to secure a challenging position in reputed organization, to expand my learning, knowledge, and skills, to make use of my interpersonal skill, to achieve a goals of company that focus on customer satisfaction and customer experience.
Okay, okay, fine, good. Very good. Next, Pratik.
Yes, sir. My career objective is seeking a starter position as a software developer in competitive environment where I can apply my knowledge and skills to solve challenging tasks and achieve company's goals.
Okay, good. Pratiksha.
Yes, sir. My career objective is to get a good position as a software developer in organization, to use my technical skills effectively and learn more from my colleagues and seniors while making a significant contribution to achieve goals of the company.
Okay, okay, fine, good. Good. Just work on article, please, addition. Huh? Once again, yeah. While making final, yeah, all of you, please just check your little bit addition of article because some of the people they are missing the articles in between. Yeah, the language also required. I'll guide you people. Don't worry. After once all people finish there. Okay, next. Ratnesh.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Akash.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you, but actually I had a power cut, sir, so I had to rejoin the meet. So after everybody is done, can you repeat what you said?
Yeah. Definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah, next. Okay, fine, good. Rishabh.
Sir, my career objective is to connect myself with an organization that provides a demanding job to demonstrate my inventive skill and industrious work.
Okay, good. Rupesh. Rupesh is there? Okay, Rushikesh.
Yes, sir. I will define my career objective as to be a software developer looking forward to acquire new knowledge and
Rushikesh, just Rushikesh, please, can you start once again?
I said to be a software developer looking forward to acquire new knowledge.
Either to be
software developer looking forward to acquire new knowledge and professional growth.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, where you have started with as am I right? It's
Yes.
better you start with the wording actually that some action works are there. Am I right? Like looking forward. Am I right? That you can
Yeah.
start. Yeah, like this.
Yes, sir.
Next, please. Thank you, Rishikesh. Yeah, Sapat Kadri.
Yes, sir, Safat.
Yeah, Sapat. Please.
My career objective is to work as a full stack developer in a dynamic and stable organization where I can utilize my knowledge, theoretical knowledge, technical skills, and leadership skills that would help construct healthy working environment and provide overall career growth.
Very good. Fine. Samir.
Yes, sir. My career objective is to obtain a position as a cloud developer by utilizing my knowledge of cloud architecture and to enhance my knowledge and skills and to contribute to the field of IT.
Good. Sampada.
Yes, sir. My career objective is to obtain a position in a reputed company where I can utilize my skills, techniques to achieve the goals of the company.
Okay, good. Sanjay.
Yes, sir. My objective is to obtain a good position in a software organization and make the best utilization of my technical and professional skills, which will be beneficial for both for me as well as the organization.
Good, very good, Sanjay. Yeah, Sharina.
Yes, sir. My career objective is to enhance my educational and professional skills in a dynamic and professional organization and pursue my career as a software developer.
Okay, fine, good. Suraj.
Yes, sir. My career objective is to efficiently optimize my skills and share a hand in the growth of organization. Also improve myself under the guidance of industry experts.
Very good. Suyesh.
Yes, sir. My career objective is to be professionally associated with this company and utilizing my education in a better way in the field of information technology and data science with my recent college graduation as Bachelor of Computer Applications with 6 months of internship experience.
Okay, fine, good. Suyog.
My career objective is looking for a challenging role in a reputable organization to utilize my technical database and management skills for the growth of the organization, as well as to enhance my knowledge about new and emerging trends in the programming language.
Okay, fine, good, well attended. Yeah, Tejasri.
My career objective is to obtain a position as a software developer where I can apply my technical skills towards the implementation of new ideas, contributing to the growth of organization while having a scope to develop my own skills.
Very Very. Yeah. Next, Trupti.
My career objective is to obtain a good position in a reputable organization, to utilize my technical database and programming skills for the growth of organization, as well as to enhance my knowledge in the IT sector.
Okay. Very good. Next, Umesh.
Looking for an challenging role as a software developer to utilize my technical skills for the growth of the organization and as well as to enhance my knowledge.
Okay. Okay. Good. Well attempt. Yeah. Vaibhav.
So my career objective is to secure a good position like software developer in good reputed organization to expand my knowledge and skills.
Okay. Good. Vaishnav.
So my objective is to become a software developer so that I can develop various software modules while constantly improving my technical skill set.
Okay. Vaishnav.
My objective is to ensure that I grow personally, professionally, while I serve my part in developers community.
Okay. What is the starting or beginning of your career objective?
To become a software developer so that I can develop various software.
Okay. 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 Just see, to become a software, this is not the, to become a software, am I right? Already you possess that things and therefore you are applying for the job, am I right? Therefore, just make some changes, is it? That is expected. Yeah, please. Yeah, next please, people.
Yes, sir. I aspire to be a full-time developer and possess a positive attitude towards the company and aiming towards topping the charts of Play Store with millions of users worldwide.
Okay, okay, fine. Vipul, just see the starting. Already I told you some phrases which I have shared to you, right?
Yes.
Yeah, how to start your career objective. Don't start with your like pronouns, is it? Like possessive pronouns, I or like this. Some phrases which I already shared. You start with that, please. That will be really effective one. Got it?
Okay.
And of course, some other words are there. Additional more examples are there with me. Of course, I'll share with you people. I'll share you all these things on your Google Classroom. Fine, and of course that will become more convenient also. Yeah, next, Yesh.
Sir, I already said.
Yeah, okay, okay, fine. Is there anyone who left, please? Maybe some network issue or something. Okay, fine, good, very good. I'm really happy with all of you. You tried to draft it very well. But generally, general things which I have observed that sometimes the repetition of the word is there, as they try to avoid it, and sometimes which are not actually relevant or unnecessary that you have added. Please once again recheck it, cross-check it. Understood? Try to verify your own self, introspect it once again, is it, and then make it final. That is expected from all of you. Got it? Yeah. Next, just say very good. This is really good beginning, or really this is a really good practice for you people, and of course this will help you also. At the same time, you are becoming the part of lecture. You are sharing your own self, is it? Yeah, language. Yes, please.
Sir, Akash here. Sir, I asked you to repeat what happened because I had a power cut.
Okay. Were you present before starting to draft your heading and career objective?
No, sir. Actually, I had a network issue and I could not hear whatever you said, and then I had a power cut.
Okay. Don't worry. Actually, Akash, what we have done till right now, just I'll summarize once again for all of you. Just the heading and title of your resume should be there. Just already I have shown in the PowerPoint presentation how to draft it. The sample copy is there. That's it. In heading of your resume should be your name, is it, and just below that your address. And after that you have to just draft your career objective. In career objectives, while drafting your career objective, don't try to just add your unnecessary things, or don't try to bombard the skills which sometimes which are not which you won't possess. But whatever you possess, whatever your qualities are, that you can just add there. Is it? This is the thing which we have just discussed, and I asked the people to draft it. Fine. This is the this was the beginning of our today's lecture. Now the next is there about your education qualification. In education qualification, of course, just see sample copy shown to people in PowerPoint presentation. Just write down, sometimes you can just draft also a chart or table, like in which you just mention the degree, year, name of the institute from or university from where you have completed your graduation, even percentage, and of course, maybe of course your class, maybe first class, second class, whatever you can mention. Or this is one of the best option which I have shown to people right now. Is it that you can also just go through that and just draft according to that. Sometimes educational qualification, it has a different name. Education qualification is given, sometimes academy is there. Is it? I'll show the list of all these multiple words are there. Got it? Which will help you people. You can just mention right here in the reverse chronological order, include all the details, qualification, institutions, full name, location and affiliation, your year of passing and marks obtained. Already I told you people all these things. Is it? Yeah. As I told you, some people they mention like educational qualification, academia. This is the way of drafting. Is it? The idea is to keep the format simple, readable, and visually appealing. Trying to beautify the resume will only give the readers headache. Here, one more practical example is shared with the people. HR professional Akanksha Shah. Yeah, if you keep your resume a simple one and of course readable one, that will be really convenient to the panelists, or easily they can understand or just understand. Is it? They don't want, they will not take a lot of papers to read it. And sometimes what happens if you are just really unnecessary showing your creativity, that is also not good. Is it? Maybe in a typography sometimes it's better, should be simple, should be readable. Understood? By highlighting, by making unnecessary creativity or trying to beautify will create the hindrance or an obstacle to the reader to read it. Is it? Or which create the headache also. It's better keep it simple one. Next, after your educational qualification, you can just mention projects. Yeah, the details are given. What was your role? The description the description about the project, and what was your role actually during that project which you have completed, and what were the responsibilities that you can mention. Even you can make it short. Actually, here 4 or 5 examples are given to people. Is it? Here this example is there for people, which is given role. Project training at Satyam Computer Services Limited. Given the description is given, what is exactly the meta management system and all these things, and what were the responsibilities. Projects undertaken. Then, if you have completed any internship, that you can also mention. Like this is this way of just putting or adding in your resume. Make it simple one, and of course, at the end, I'll talk to you about the typography of resume writing. Technical skill is very important. If you have additional technical skills, you can add it and just highlight like this way, the sample copy shown to people. Position of responsibility that you can add. For example, is given event manager. And of course, apart from your education, what are the extracurricular activities and which you have participated or won the rank? Okay, that you can mention. Here, example is shown to people how to write it. Selected in round 2nd of Google Code Jam from among 360 participants. The second is given winner of inter-school dance competition, also, and just mention the date also, year. Won the second prize in the annual debate competition Lines in Sand. That you can mention your extracurricular activities which are really essential. What happened? Why this is very important extracurricular activity? Because apart from education, apart from your academic activities, where you are really interested, what are your additional things which you possess? And of course, this will help additionally, of course, the people sometimes they find out your leadership qualities, your skills, is it? And of course, this will help you for the selection process. And then, of course, personal details, date of birth, and all these things you can mention. Here, no need of mentioning, no need to mention the religion and all these things. Religion, because see, if you are applying for any government job, there only you can just mention the religion category, whatever. If it is required, otherwise, no necessary. And of course, references are there. And before putting the name of references, please, you can, you can just take their prior permission. This is very important. And yeah, one more. As a sloppy resume means the applicant will do a sloppy job. Typos and spelling errors are not justifiable on a resume. A CV gives a first-hand account of job seekers' capabilities and experience. If he can't pay attention to something as important as his resume or her resume, why should I believe he would treat my business with care? Once again, one of the example or experience of the HR manager, Mira Nair. While drafting your resume, must cross-check your typography. Have you really put all the things in a really justifiable, in a proper manner? Just check out, is there any consistency? Consistency is there or not? It is your responsibility to cross-check it. Because what happened sometimes, just see, I'll show the draft. The same consistency is shown here actually. Just see in the column degrees, course, institution, all are up actually. Whereas the second is also there in the second column. The consistency is there. What I wanted to tell you people, there should be consistency in a drafting. Whatever the alignment is there, everything you need to check it, you need to cross check it. And this is very important. Therefore, typography, cross check, the same font have you used or not, that is also very important. And if you are making any spelling mistake or some sentence construction or grammatical mistakes, it means that you are not serious towards while drafting your resume. If you are not serious in that case, then how you are going to perform your job responsibilities sincerely? And this will be checked. These are the examples. And cover letter, it is there. You can just ask them to. If it is there, if the requirement is there, then we can draft it. This is the thing about resume writing. And of course, so I wanted to show you people. These are simple sample copies. Yeah, intra-college activities, position of responsibilities, that different words are there. Other activities you can mention, references. Formatting and layout, this is very important. File name, give your resume professional name. Already I told you people, use standard A4 size paper, is it? Print on only one side of the paper. Balance text and white space. There should be a margin space on either side of the page. At the same time, large spaces should not be left in between the points of or section. This is very important. Drafting is very important. Make sure resume looks consistent throughout its design. As I told you people they draft very well. Their ideas are very good, am I right? But in typography, they make mistakes. And of course, you need to check it. All sections headings should stand out, bold larger, font, underline, etc. There should be consistency in all these things. This makes our resume easy to navigate. Maintain consistency. Headings, font, bullets, margins, spacing, etc. There should be consistency. Then use font size and bullet that look professional. Words play an important role in everywhere. Use creative and convincing words. Use action verbs. Even it is not necessary to use full sentences on your resume. Try to give most recent information under all headings. Don't use abbreviations. Sometimes the employer might not know the names of certain organizations or clubs. Also, the employer may not know the name of college festival that you are mentioning. So give in a line explanation Means, of course, whenever you are just putting, might be sometimes the panel members are not familiar with all these things. Therefore, it is your responsibility to clarify all these things in your resume. There is no prescribed or set of categories, order of information, or rigid framework into which your background must fit. Do not copy another's format. This is very important. Already in the introduction, I told people copy pasting is not really at all good. Make your resume a reflection of your individual self. These are the things. As I told you people, there are some different headings for the same. Like here, list of headings for resume is given to people like education, educational background, educational qualification, academia, and so on and so things. Like experiences for experience, work experience, professional experience, employment details, and proven. These are the words actually people sometimes they make its use. Career related experience. I'll share all these things with the people. Got it? These are the list of action words. I'll update to people. I'll upload all these things. See, language help or object already I have shared to people. Sample copy. This thing. But this is all these things are there for people. If you have a doubt, any query, you can ask. Be frankly, and of course, I'll share all these things with you people. And what you will do, we have a 45 minutes with you. Am I right? I'll suggest to all of you, please drop your resume and upload in Google Classroom. It has a marks. Before finalizing, before submitting, please make sure go through that. After finalizing, once again I'll suggest to people recheck it, cross-check it, is it, and then finally submit, because you should not lose your mark. That is unexpected. Fine. Now the rest of the timing I'll give you to drop your resume, and I'll create the assignment in the Google Classroom and we will upload it later on. Fine. Is it okay to all of you, please? We'll stop here.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please ask.
Sir, you will create an assignment in classroom and deadline will be a little bit later, right, sir?
Little bit later means this week only, not next week.
Yes, sir. No,
Yeah.
not like that, sir. I was just asking that that you won't set the deadline till the lecture ends or something like that.
Yeah. Actually, it should be completed during our lecture hours, am I right? But here you will get time to prepare it, and of course, after that, we will cross-check it once again, and of course, we will finalize before the end of this week. Got it?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. And of course, there is a question about can we use template layout? Generally, what happened? Using template is not suitable, is it? But if there are some requirement of companies or organizations, some of the companies, they have their own different layout or their own format. Then according to that, requirement or according to the requirement of the company, we have to draft our resume. That's it. But the content wise, of course, no doubt, the clarity is over. And whatever the things which I have explained to people, please draft according to that only. Don't use template at present. Is it? If it is required in future, of course it is. If it is required in the organization, that time you can draft it. Fine.
Sir, I had a couple of doubts.
Yes, please.
Sir, first doubt is whether a photo is required at the left hand or right hand corner.
Photo is not at all required in the resume.
Okay.
Photo is not allowed. Yeah, please.
Secondly, is there any limit of to the number of pages that a resume should have?
Yeah, 2 pages maximum.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, fine, good. Yeah, I'll share the PPT and these notes on Google Classroom. Before finalizing it, okay, please go through that notes, go through the this PPT, and then just finalize it. Got it? Yeah, fine. If you have done, you can do, please. Thank you very much, all of you.